Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the 6 o'clock news on SBYnews.com. I thought before I got into the image here, I'd give you a little bit of a preview of what I have here above me. This is again in my memorabilia billiard room here at my home. The images above are actually the original posters from the movie The Hustler. Very, very rare find, very, very rare. There's what, 8 of them that are here, and it's kind of interesting because even on the posters themselves they say they need to be returned to the studio after the movie, but I was able over the years to get my hands on each one of them with Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason playing Minnesota Fats. Anyhow, I don't know if many people know this as well, but did you know that The Color of Money is an actual sequel to the movie The Hustler? I don't know if people know that. Anyhow, moving on, let's talk a little bit about the budget meeting that the county council held last night. First of all, it was very, very disappointing. Very few people showed up for that meeting. I was kind of blown away for that. You know, the people that were there had some great things to say. It was quite interesting, to be honest with you, but it was a very, very, very limited, small amount of people. The county council was fully prepared to take everybody's questions. In fact, there were some good, harsh, direct questions. I thought that Gail Barkovich confronted them. It even went so far as to, after someone spoke, got up there and started talking about how things actually came about and why they ended up like they did. She appreciated the Daily Times article because, and this is really, really something I want to emphasize on, because I'm very, very proud of what the Daily Times did. I haven't heard this in the 6 years that I've been doing this with Salisbury News. What Gail Barkovich said last night was probably the most important thing I've heard in 6 years. And she talked about her appreciation that the Daily Times came out and produced a very, very truthful article. And it encouraged the county executive to finally do what the county council has been asking him to do this entire time, yet he hasn't done it. So where I'm going with this is, that's what Salisbury News is for. That's what we're here for. And I'm proud to be a part of, I believe that I'm a part of, getting the Daily Times to change the way they put the news out there and encourage change within our local government. That's a grand slam home run in my opinion. I don't care if it was Salisbury News that did it. I don't care if it was the Daily Times. I don't care if it's BOC, MDT. I don't care who it is. As long as the information's getting out there to put enough pressure on our elected officials to realize that we're not going to take it anymore. We're speaking for you, the public. That's what we're trying to do. And if we can make a positive difference, if we can change and encourage them to do things like they just recently did, man, we're doing a great job. That's all I can tell you. I mean, you know, call it a pat on the back. I don't care. You know, this has been a lot of years and a lot of work, and I'm proud to see things changing in a positive way. Good for you, Daily Times. Great work. Thank you, Gail, for bringing that out and recognizing that the press is out there trying to make a difference, and they're doing it. So that was pretty cool. In reference to my speaking last night, I don't know if many of you saw what I had to say on PAC 14, and I felt, you know, the need to express my portion of the budget that I had issues with, and I did miss one part that I would have liked to express, but let me just say it here. I brought up the closing of Del Mar Elementary. You know, Mr. Thompson and Mr. Fredrickson got up there, and they were so proud of how they didn't have to furlough their employees. They just made cuts, and they're proud of the fact that their entire staff could be out there. Well, I tailed them. I came in behind them and I said, well, while I'm glad that Mr. Thompson and Mr. Fredrickson are proud that they didn't have to furlough any teachers, isn't it a shame that Del Mar Elementary had to shut down their year-round school to fit their budget wants and needs? And the only people that got furloughed were the children. The people you're supposed to be there teaching and helping, you put the money in your pocket and you sent them home. So, and what I didn't discuss, and I'll discuss it very briefly right here, is this. What a shame that they also cut back to a point that they had to send the 5th graders from Delmar Elementary next year will now be in middle school in Delmar, Delaware. There's no shame in the Board of Education in Wycomico County. None whatsoever. And I'm so disappointed in those people, but they're proud that no one got furloughed. So you teachers, if you're sitting there patting yourselves on the back, look, I've got a lot of respect for what you do. And I appreciate what you do. But if you're going to stand there and support and back Frederickson and Thompson simply because you're still experiencing peer pressure and don't know how to stand up for yourselves, and I know what happens when you do stand up, I respect that as well. You know, we don't want anybody getting themselves in any further trouble with the Board of Education. But the bottom line is, it was shameful. Folks, I'm done for the day. I'm going to go back and relax and get out of these clothes, and I hope you appreciate that I do change and do this for a 5-10 minute segment. But the bottom line is, it's a beautiful day today, and I'm going to get back to that beautiful day and enjoy this perfect weather. We will see you Friday, and again, as always, we appreciate your support. We appreciate you being here, and we'll see you on Friday. Take care, folks. Thanks again.